also know that we are ordinarily charitable to politicians. But I want you to look. In every African meeting, what your politicians do is to come, read speeches written for them, then they walk away. Then we wonder why we have protocols that are never fulfilled, because we want to be nice. I want to remind all of us that until the day our politicians change their modus operandi, this continent will not realize what she desires. How is it that Chair Dlamini Zuma has been sitting here for 3 days and young politicians simply saunter in and saunter out? They must be called out. We have been too nice to politicians for too long. The time is now to tell them the truth in its unadulterated form. So as we are gathered here today, talking about a borderless Africa, let us be realistic. I'm speaking to you at a time when Africa is bleeding. There's war in Sudan. Nobody mentioned about it here. There is war in the eastern part of the Democratic Republic of Congo. Nobody mentioned it here. The Sahelian countries, Burkina Faso, Niger, and Mali are excluded from the activities of the African Union. Africa is not at ease. So even as we talk about a borderless Africa, we must talk about an Africa where there is peace. Because you can have all the free borders you have, but if there is no peace, where will you move? I remember, I believe it's in the year 2020, the African Union said that there was the silencing of the guns. The guns are with us again. So my fellow Africans, let us not be romantic about what we are saying. Let us be realistic. Let us wed our words with our deeds. Several years ago, on the 40th day of the independence of Ghana, the former president of Tanzania, Julius Kambarage Nyerere, was here. And he spoke. And he apologized. He said Nkrumah was right, we were wrong. He was right because he foresaw that if African countries became used to titles such as president and prime ministers and ministers, it would not be easy to unite the continent. But he reminded his audience on that day that when African leaders go out or Africans go out of Africa, it is not their Ghanaian-ness or Rwandan-ness or Kenyan-ness that matters. It is their African-ness. He was reminding us that we need a continent that is borderless.